Good morning, everyone. CodDad55 here. Just going in for one last round of Resurgence casuals before I get off for the day. I thought the last one was going to be the last, but I decided to do one last one, stream this, give me a little bit more that I can potentially clip and edit and post for you this weekend. Mature guy here, just got back into gaming recently. And I want to offer help and tips and tricks and advice to anybody that's out there in my position that's maybe either getting into gaming or got into gaming recently, and you're possibly feeling a little intimidated, a lot different than when you were younger, that kind of scenario. Whichever the case might be, I'm just here to offer some tips. A lot of my advice actually came from my kids over the years. But I've been a gamer, let's just say a lot of my life, off and on. Never really considered myself that or that term until recently. Didn't really know what that term was years ago, but now that it's become a little more mainstream, yeah, I could say I've played video games most of my life. So again, some of the older guys out there, older generation guys and girls, my apologies if I missed somebody there. I grew up on some of the old games, you know, Atari 2600 kind of thing. Whoa, that syntax really took a number on me there. So yeah, I grew up with the video games years ago. I remember going with buddies to the arcade when we were younger. So they've just progressed so far in the last little while, and they're so much better than they used to be. But also the interfaces are different, right? So I'm just here to offer you some help, tips. So really right now, what I'm just going to focus on in this game is this is a new season. So a bunch of guns were changed very recently. What's referred to as nerfs and buffs, where they've been modified in some way, so their performance has changed. Whether that's damage range, recoil amount, doesn't really matter. There's been a modifications to the gun, and you can track all that. So if you're into that sort of scenario and you're looking at stats, you can go online, you can find specific websites that will help track that. Not sure which one I want here, to be honest.
Change your max.
And today I'm just testing, I'm going to stick with the PPE. I'm testing some of the newer guns. I've built a couple loadouts around these changes. When and if I get my loadout, I'll be able to show you. I'm not focusing on that right at the moment. I refer to this quite often as just my looting stage. Right? Oh, this isn't good. I'm using the scanner. I hear someone parachuting in. So that's a bot.
I'm reloading.
They're standing there staring at the wall, so definitely it's a bot. Quite often there's multiples, there are groups of them. I do hear someone up there. Someone's around. Well, it might. I will definitely say that's nice.
Switch your max.
PPSH. Actually got a new magazine. It's a it's called a helical magazine. It holds 85 rounds. So it's actually quite nice. Lasts for a while before you have to reload or even think about reloading. That's a nice change to it for sure. What I think I'm going to do now is I might go for loadout. While I'm running there, I'm just going to point out where my crosshairs are in the center of the screen. Oh, that wasn't good. So I should have went for cover before I tried this.
On back up. Let's go.
I need to play it up really bad. Whether those were real or bots, I'm not sure. They were definitely after me.
Changing mags.
They didn't want me to get the loadout, so I'm going to say they were real. So I know I just saw one. So I know I got a couple over here. Okay. It was a little bit tense. All right, let's see if I can get my loadout now. All right, there we go. So again, back to what I've said a number of times, and just try to remember this, divide and conquer, right? I knew there was multiples there. I tried to take them one at a time. Targeted one, then targeted the other, and carry on. Your reflexes will get better. Your muscle memory for your fingers will kick in. Anticipate where they're going to be. When you walk into a building, and then listen.
Changing mags.
Right? Listening is key. There's another one. Again, only knew they were there because I heard them. If they hadn't parachuted in, I would have never known they were there. So I was kind of getting to the point in the game where I want a heartbeat sensor. I'll get ammo from stashes and whatnot, but I need to be able to know where they are. And I know there's a couple up here. I can see them shooting on my mini-map. It does sound like a bit of an aggressive match, so I can just try to get a bit of a different angle on this. If I can. All in a UAV. So now I've got slightly different vantage point.
Reloading.
I can take advantage of a different view on the whole situation. That's not working for me anymore, so let's go over here. Go back here. Knew he was there, saw him parachuting in. Targeted him from a new angle, and here I go. Move on. Right? Try not to camp. Don't be the camper. I'm not gonna say it's the worst thing in the world to do, but there's a lot of people that frown on it. Maybe not what you're supposed to do in the game. You are supposed to move around, explore, see what's going on. But don't forget your senses, right? Not just sight, not just looking for them, listening. Watch the mini-map. You'll see on a lot of streamers, especially the guys on PCs, they always look left, right? Their head turns to the left. They're looking at their mini-map. They're paying attention to where the pings are on their mini-map, where the zone is, where they are. I'm on a fairly large flat screen. maybe an advantage of being a mature guy. I've got that available to me. So for me, it's just moving my eyes. But I still try to keep my crosshairs in the center of the screen, anticipate where people might be, watch your corners, watch high, watch and low, right? Watch the whole map. Got it all available, watch it. So let's see what I'm gonna do here. There's a lot going on down there, so I'm gonna take this a little bit slow. There we go. See, this is why I wanted the heartbeat for the end. All right, we're down to 7 people. I want to know where they are.
Change your max.
Yeah! Woohoo! 55-year-old gamer dad here, just got another win. It's a tough one at the end, but Jackal definitely helped me out there. All right, follow me for gaming tips and tricks for your mature guy out there. Content55 here, mature gamer. Have a great day, everyone. Playing Rebirth casuals. I will be posting more of these highlights over the weekend on TikTok and YouTube. Have a great day, everyone. See you again very, very soon. Big shout out to all my new followers. Thanks so much for following. You guys are what's going to make this channel possible. I very much appreciate it. All the best. Take care.